corrected before we start as a committee?
Good morning, Chair. Yes, we are.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We are for the Vote 8 Mobility in the schedule of the Western Cape Appropriation Bill for 2025. Welcoming everyone. I am assuming the department, they are sitting somewhere all by themselves where they could be able, because I don't see many people in this. So members, again, the chair, Noma French Mbombo, the members will introduce themselves. And then once we are done, the executive, the minister, and the HOD, they will do the acknowledging who's with them. You don't have to everyone to introduce each of themselves, and then they do the opening remarks together with the presentation. We have only 25 minutes. Thank you very much. Over to you, members.
Good morning, Chairperson. Good morning, colleagues. My name is Noel Constable. I'm a member of this committee.
Good morning, Chair. Brett Heron, member of the committee.
Good morning, Chair and the Executive. My name is Benson, so the member of this committee. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, colleagues. My name is Noko Masipa. I'm a member of this committee. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Benedict van Millen. I'm an alternate member of this committee.
Good morning, everyone. Peter Johnson, member of this committee.
Dave Bryant, member of the committee.
Thank you, members, and I'm with Ms. Adams as the procedure officer. Before I hand over to the department, let's also get reminded in terms of the rules. All members must be muted at the beginning, and also when they're not speaking. Members to flag points of order and chat and also chat in the function of using the MS Teams. All videos and audio must be switched off to improve the quality of the connection. Having said that, thank you very much, Minister and the department, for coming to present again. As I indicated, we don't have much time, but we'll allow you and your HOD just to acknowledge others who are here. They don't have to introduce themselves, just name them, and then you also do your opening remarks and also the presentation. But again, thank you for the PowerPoint and the graphics that you have already sent. It becomes very useful instead of going from page to page, because members, in case you don't know, in terms of the electronic book, there is page 341 to page 384. But thank you very much. Over to you, Minister. I'm switching off my video as you speak. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, Chairperson, and good morning to the honorable members and to the rest of the team. My name is Isaac Seleku, Minister of Mobility, and I will give to the team just to introduce themselves. Then I'm just going to say one word, and then we'll give over, and then the meeting give back to the Chairperson. Thank you. Deirdre.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, Minister, members. Deirdre Ribbenow, Acting Head of Department for Mobility. Today we have Mr. Antoni Janse van Rensburg from GMT with us. We've got Mr. Willie van der Merwe, Traffic Management, and then Mr. Jan Wegel, our Acting CFO, as well as finally Bianca Hendricks from GMT. That's it from our team for the day. And then apologies from Advocate Godfrey Reid, is off ill today from Traffic Transport Regulation.
Thank you very much, Dee. Chairperson and honorable members, when we met with you guys, with the committee on the 31st of March 2025, and subsequent to that, we presented our budget to Parliament on the 7th of April, where we had debate and we interrogated the budget. And I can say, as much as we are doing the same process that we undertook on the 31st of March, I can, with confidence say that unfortunately or fortunately, the numbers still remain the same. There has not been increases. There have not been any decreases in terms of the allocations. And in terms of my own priorities as a minister, they still remain the same. So, Chair, into isafana nakala, so akwabukho mahluko ungaka. So I'll just give Deirdre just to share the same graphics that we have shared when we met with the committee in March. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Thank you, Minister. I'm now going to sub-delegate it to our acting CFO, Mr. Rian Wiegel. He'll take us through the infographics.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Welcome. You are the new acting HOD. Thank you.
Yes, Chairperson.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, Minister, members. So basically, we've got two infographics to go through. One is for the department and then one for GMT, which is the trading entity under the administration of Vote 8. So basically, the total budget remains unchanged of 3.22 billion. This is a marginal increase from last year's adjustments estimate. The total increase from the estimate is the adjustment estimates is 2.3% to the current year. Then if we look at the infographic, the majority of the spend and allocation is within Program 2, which is transport operations. That equates to approximately 60% of the budget. I'll get to a bit more details shortly. And then transport regulation, which is Program 3, 727 million. That's approximately 20% of the budget. And then finally, traffic management, 547 million, which equates to 17%. And then the balance making up of administration, which is approximately 3% of the budget. In terms of the economic classifications, the majority will be spent in transfers and subsidies, and that's 1.285 billion. That sits within Program 2, and hence the significant allocation. And more specifically, that's the PTOG grant that's allocated in that line item. Then other significant items is cost of employment, 635 million. And we estimate that we can fund and appoint 1,370 staff members. That's not close to the establishment that we've got, so we will remain with unfunded posts during the year. Then also goods and services, 941 million. The majority of that spend is allocated to resourcing to support the objectives of the department. We've also got smaller allocations towards capital, which you would see. This is typically made of computer equipment, etc., to support the business objectives. Then, Chairperson, if we move over to government motor transport, also unchanged from the initial budget. So basically 1.7 billion in total. The majority of that is allocated to capital acquisition. So 53% of the budget is allocated to capital acquisition. 47% is operating expenses. This is a good move from last year, which the split reflected 45% to capital acquisition and 55% to operating expenses. We see that it is a capital-intensive organization, big asset base, and the acquisition and the strengthening of the capital base would further strengthen the footprint of the entity. The entity does not receive any funding, so basically as part of the principles of a trading entity, it's self-funded. So we must make it work in terms of the revenue that we collect. So 911 million is revenue that we would collect from our client base. The majority of that is kilometer tariffs that we would charge during the leasing of the vehicle fleet. And then there's also a significant component included in revenue, which is the interest earned on finance lease receivables, according to the accounting classification of the vehicle fleet. And then further, 40 million other income. The majority of that number consists of the profit that we would realize during the disposal of vehicles. We do see that we dispose vehicles, 1,160 vehicles at profits during the current financial year, with a total disposals of 1,400 vehicles to keep the fleet within its useful life. Then interest earned on cash and cash equivalents, 121 million. That's based on the current interest rates. We've just had a recent interest rate reduction by the Reserve Bank, but we do see that that number is achievable during the current year. Then also, Chairperson, because the entity is self-funded and it runs over a cycle, typically the cycles would be 5 years for the useful life of vehicles. We keep cash at hand to fund those specific cycles, and during the current year we estimate that we're going to use 628 million of the own funds currently held with cash and cash equivalents. Then towards the bottom part of the infographic, we've got vehicle replacements, 742 million. This is the single biggest line item for capital acquisition on the entity, 742 million, and we do foresee that we're going to buy 1,114 vehicles during the year. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you very much. Members, the department has done the presentation. We're opening up for any questions. And as you have already heard from the minister, that it is still the same as it was previously. Thank you very much. Over to you, members, for questions. Or for clarity. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Kuku, are you sure you don't want to respond? Your silence is loud and clear. It echoes in my ear. Thank you very much.
Thank you
very much, Minister and the HOD. I think you could be able to be excused if you want to, so that the members could be able to deliberate on the report. But thank you very much again. Welcome, Dee, on the hot seat. All the best. Thank you very much. Members, yeah, you wanted to say something, Ms. Dee?
No, I just thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you very much. Members, are you ready to consider the committee report on mobility 8, so that the members can express their view in terms of whether they support or do not support? Starting with the support. Can we see hands? Member Johnson. I've seen 4. Already see 4 hands. Member Johnson, Member Masipa, Member Constable, and must I put mine? Forgot mine. Okay, my hand, and also Member Brian. Thank you very much for the support. Anyone who's against, you can lower your hands. Anyone who's against, who's not supporting? Thank you very much, Member Lanzu. Your minority view will be recorded as such. In that case, Ms. Adams, you want probably to
Chair, my hand is also.
Oh,
Chair,
sorry,
my hand is also up.
Okay, sorry, 2. So yeah, we've got that the ANC and the group they are responsible to record it as a minority view. Thank you very much for that. You can lower your hand now, Member Ndusu. Ms. Adam, can you please flag and so that we can be able to see the report? Okay, can you please make it bigger? I'm wearing spectacles, but I can't see much. Okay. Report of the Standing Committee on Mobility, Vote 8 in the schedule to the Western Cape Appropriation Bill 25, dated 4th of June. The Standing Committee on Mobility reports that considering Vote 8 mobility in the schedule to the Western Cape Appropriation Bill referred to the committee in terms of the Standing Rule 188, and that it supports the vote referred to it in accordance with the Standing Rule. So the African National Congress and the Good Party expressed their minority view to not support the vote. Thank you very much for that. The procedure officer for that part of it. Members, is there anything before we go to the resolution in regard to the report? If there are any resolutions? No resolutions that came from this. But thank you very much. I think we have completed our business of the day regarding the mobility vote. Thank you very much. All the best. And then I think most of us are going to join the next one. Is there anything, Ms. Adams, that I will have missed out?
No, Chair, I think you've covered everything.
Thank you very much. All the best, members. Bye.
Thank you, Chair. Bye-bye.